What's up, guys? David Eisenhower here with Eisenhower Tree Care. Today we are going to answer the question, what is an arborist? Everybody has a little bit of a differing opinion when it comes to this word, and we're gonna break it down for you today. So let's break this down in its simplest form. What is the definition of an arborist? Well, if you Google it, you would see that it is somebody who manages trees, the overall health of the tree, and really is looking to keep the tree healthy long-term. I'd say that's the distinguishing factor on really what is an arborist. It's somebody who's looking at the overall health of the tree. I really believe there are good arborists and bad arborists, because a lot of people consider themselves arborists but are not necessarily always caring for the trees as they should be cared for, and managing the potential risk that they often hold. A lot of the times a bad arborist would recommend trimming on a tree that is not good for the overall health of the tree and for the longevity of the tree. And that's one of the things that I would say really distinguishes a good arborist from a bad arborist, is the recommendation on the pruning that you're doing. A good arborist will recommend weight reduction in the outer canopy and subordination of the large secondary stems that are in competition with the main leader. A lot of that is done in the early life of a tree. And so I would say an arborist would know how to manage not only a really small tree just starting out, but also a tree that is mature and a lot larger. The same principles apply to both small trees and large trees. It's just the scale. That, in my mind, is the number one thing that makes a good arborist, is they're looking for the overall health of the tree. Another thing that would distinguish a good arborist from a bad arborist is the ability to climb without using spikes. Tree spikes were very common. 1800s, 1900s, people climbed trees using spikes. Nowadays, if you are pruning a tree, you don't want to be spiking the tree if you're pruning it. A lot of the times we use equipment to access the tree, but if we cannot use equipment, then we are trained how to climb a tree and without any spikes. So we're not creating wounds in the tree if we're planning to keep it and prune it. A huge no-no in the industry is that you do not spike trees that you are just pruning. The only reason we would spike a tree is if it's coming down for removal. The last thing that distinguishes a good arborist from a bad arborist, in my opinion, is their ability to prevent damage from happening to a tree. A lot of the times, the lower limbs will be recommended to be fully removed or just doing weight reduction in the lower canopy, but doing work high up in the canopy and doing the proper weight reduction on the exterior of the canopy directly prevents emergency situations, a branch from landing on your house, the half of a tree from landing on your house, on your driveway. That is all too common that we see. Trees have been managed poorly for so long, and then we come along and have to do some major work up in the tops of these canopies. There are a lot of guys who say they're arborists out there, but they're not recommending the good work. That's it. Plain and simple. All right, I hope this helped out answering the question, what is an arborist? We are Eisenhower Tree Care out of Kansas City, Missouri. If you need a professional to come out and take a look at your trees, please give us a call. Thanks.